Hi, my name is Lisa Cohen. I'm the head of Cloud Alliances and Solution Design for Ingram Micro UK. I designed the consult tool for Ingram last year and spent many months extracting product knowledge from individual business units and aligning them to granular business challenges. The result was a very large spreadsheet, but the outcome is a tool that enables each salesperson to explore vendor-agnostic bundled solutions that address very common business challenges and thereby help expand the size of any potential deal. So why consult? For the past few years, the channel has experienced more project delays or no-goes as approval for IT proposals has been pushed up the chain to more senior stakeholders, such as the finance director or even the managing director. There's been a tightening of internal budgets, and proposals are now competing with budget from internal projects as well as their competitors. And the other problem is that proposals don't always resonate with the senior stakeholders that are signing them off, depending on what their priorities are at any given time. Many resellers tell us that they're unable to access the decision maker and that they're often interfacing with the wrong contact. So why is this? Research shows that SMB leaders struggle to see the link between technology and their business objectives. This is a channel issue and it's restricting growth, leaving end user businesses struggling to adapt to changing customer needs and senior stakeholders uncertain how technology can resolve their business challenges. Many resellers haven't verticalized and therefore don't demonstrate the necessary sector knowledge to open up conversations with senior leaders who are focused on those external drivers impacting their business at any given time. And that's also why when IT proposals land on their desks, they often fail to resonate. At the end of 2022, Microsoft research concluded that win rates in the channel was roughly around 20%, until the reseller either specialized in a solution or appeared to specialize in a vertical by demonstrating sector knowledge and aligning proposals to external drivers. Then the win rates shot up to staggering 70%. So what is Consult? Consult is an intuitive, fully interactive digital tool designed to support reseller sales teams in the consultative sales process 24/7 from your iPhone or your desktop. It shows the salesperson how and where to explore external drivers impacting businesses in any given sector. And it's a robust vendor-agnostic diagnostic that links 78 granular business challenges to 165 solutions that help resellers broaden their sales opportunities. And it's only going to get better. Version 2 will include Cisco Cloud and several new smaller cloud vendors we've onboarded recently, as well as Ingram Micro Professional Services, known in the channel as CommsCare, as well as Ingram Micro Financial Services. So to the left, you'll see the circular disc, and that's the diagnostic. To the right, there's a simple framework and relevant links to help you explore external drivers. And to log in, you simply enter your email address and the back end will recognize you as an Ingram Micro reseller. So it's important to explore the external drivers and establish how they impact each sector so that you can gauge what business challenges your customers may have. And when I access the tool here, I'll show you what we've put together on the right-hand side. The external drivers section will give you links to political organizations and websites such as the Office of National Statistics, economic forecasting websites, Ipsos, Tech Tracker and sentiment surveys, as well as lots of useful links for legislation, sustainability, energy and the environment. We've also given you quick links to Google Trends, Dun & Bradstreet, And if you have very few resources, and the best you can do is ask Google what's happening in the UK manufacturing sector, for example, you'll find decent articles from reputable sources such as Reuters. Previously, when I presented this tool, I was asked if I could present some examples of how resellers may monetize this information. So I'll explain how I've used these links in recent months and this methodology to identify a few sector opportunities in recent weeks, as I say. In the environmental news a couple of months ago, UNESCO published the Global Water Crisis Report. The following morning, a BBC reporter promoted the forthcoming UN Water Summit. It was the biggest global water summit since 1977. There were 6,500 attendees. There were 100 heads of state and government ministers, and they were all exploring new legislation to create new governance models, new finance models, new models of using and reusing water, which they suggested would affect every single business in the world in the next few years. This obviously got my interest. A little more research, I discovered that tech innovation seemed to be the thing everybody agreed would prevent the predicted global crisis. With agriculture being the main consumer of water, governments around the world are keen to promote and support cloud-enabled AI precision farming, something I'd not considered before, although the market is currently valued at almost $6 billion, and it's predicted to grow by another 13% in the next 3 years. I went on to discover that there's a 2023 government fund available for farmers to obtain grants of up to £500,000 to invest in farming equipment here in the UK and tech innovation that improves their water management processes and farming production. I was surprised to discover that James Dyson is one of our largest UK farmers and is a great example of applying technology innovation to the farming process with his circular farming business model. So on the back of this, we've identified an ISV specialising in farming IoT. We're hoping to obtain exclusive UK distribution rights so that our resellers can leverage this market opportunity with the support of Ingram Micro's cloud specialists and professional services teams. Another good example of the value of using this PESTLE framework to uncover sales opportunities is the construction industry. So according to the Office of National Statistics, this is a really fragmented industry. It's got about 950 SMBs and represents about 77% of our UK gross domestic product. Its slow adoption of digital means that it's really vulnerable to any significant disruptions, and in recent years there's been many. So in 2021, foreign workers accounted for up to 10% of staff. So the industry was really hit hard by Brexit. Economically, high inflation means higher cost of materials. High interest rates means higher cost of borrowing. And availability of raw materials results in significant project delays, thereby increasing cost of sale again. From a social and an environmental perspective, public perception of industries that impact the environment has influenced demand, and increased demand for environmentally friendly practices and materials. But you'll be pleased to hear that thanks to private sector investment, activity has surpassed pre-pandemic levels, and you will find lots of opportunities in this sector. From a technological perspective, according to HKA, who are the biggest insurers in this sector, claims reached as high as 56% of planned capital cost last year. But things that could have been resolved using technology to inform better decisions and enable timely interventions. Things like poor third-party management, which could be improved using process automation, data analytics, AI, cognitive apps. And supply chain security is another really big issue because construction is such a complex process that it generates a huge amount of data, often linked together manually to present any kind of meaningful information, and therefore it's open to human error. So in the past few months, I've collaborated with the advanced solutions teams and cloud solution experts across the business to identify several multi-vendor soft bundled solutions aligned to these sorts of sector-specific challenges so that we can help our resellers leverage those opportunities. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can use the tool to identify growth opportunities for your business. So if you go back to this section, we've also included a proposal template. And you simply click on it here to download, and it will give you a really good checklist and an executive summary, which means that whenever your proposals land on anybody's desk in the business, there will be something that will resonate in it if you've got this executive summary included. Going back to the main, the home screen, on the left you've got the diagnostic. Now what we're suggesting is that if when you're talking to a business you consider its challenges from three perspectives: supply chain management, customer experience and employee experience, you will cover most of the challenges or many of the challenges that that business is focusing on today. So in this particular, the entire tool, we've got 78, if you follow my cursor, 75, sorry, business challenges, very granular business challenges, and there are 165 individual products or solutions that we've aligned to these particular challenges. So going back into supply chain management, it's telling me there are 25 granular business challenges in here. I go down to one of them, I just choose randomly, pain point number 8. So it's difficult to access resources needed to manage cash flow and balance sheets, both of which are critical for expanding operations. It tells me that of the 6 core functions in any business, it's impacting operations and finance. It's a little bit of an explanation of what those divisions do. And the relevant solution area is business performance. At the moment, the business performance pillar has just one vendor, which is Microsoft. That's Microsoft Dynamics and Power Platform. We are expanding our portfolio, so there will be other vendors in here. And then if you're not familiar with Dynamics 365 Business Central in this case, you can expand on it. It will give you a very factual overview of what this particular SKU offers, and then its capabilities. And the tool provides those 2 insights with every single thing that's mentioned. So there's nothing in here that you won't understand. If I go down to another pain point, lack of supply chain transparency leads to long lead times and inefficiency. Again, it's telling me this time it's distribution and logistics that's affected. Again, it's business performance, supply chain management, and so on. All of these things actually that I've just clicked on would be relevant to the construction industry. Moving on to the customer experience, we've got 21 challenges, and I will select some examples here. So pain point 4, customers struggle with offsite backups when they only have on-prem infrastructure. This is telling me that it's impacting all of my business functions. Again, if you click on these, it will give you an explanation. And in this case, it's now infrastructure as a service that is being recommended. So Azure backup, there you go, cloud storage, again. So the more you use the tool, the more knowledgeable you become. Obviously, if you want to flip some of these statements into questions, that's a good way of just opening up those conversations with customers. And it's the same with employee experience. And I could click on some of these, as teams grow, the associated SaaS-based seats per license expense can be difficult to manage. Again, impacting operations and finance. And we're looking at connected workplace, point sense in this case, and business performance. If you're talking to a business and they tell you that they have a specific issue with one function or another, then again, you can slice up the data by function. So if I go into finance, you see now I have 31 pain points aligned specifically to finance. And the only difference is that it will tell me here that the experience being impacted is the employee. And then again, it takes you to the solutions. So the best thing is to familiarize yourself with the tool, turn a few insights into questions with your customers, and see what sales opportunities you can uncover. And I challenge you to find any opportunity that Ingram can't support your team to deliver. As I say, across the business, we've got our boutique IoT consultancy, we've got finance, we've got advanced solutions, and all of the cloud pillars covered with our in-house solution architects. So just enjoy playing with it, and obviously reach out to myself or any of my colleagues if you need any more support or if you'd like a demo ongoing. Thank you.